Everyone dreams of being able to afford their dream lifestyle, but few get to live it. In this video, we are going to explore what Jeff Bezos spends his billions on. But before we get into it, tap that subscribe button below. We greatly appreciate it and it helps our channel grow. Let's begin. After becoming the first person in history to have a net worth of $200 billion, Jeff Bezos has finally decided to take a break from the fast pace of life. In 2021, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos stepped down from his position as CEO of the business he started in his garage. Despite being knocked off his throne by Tesla's Elon Musk a couple of times in 2021, Bezos has stated that he will continue to be involved in significant initiatives in his capacity as executive chairman. He will, on the other hand, have more time to dedicate to his other interests. So what is it that Bezos intends to do with all of his additional time and all of his billions? Here is a list of 21 of his purchases thus far. Number 1. Family vacations. Amazon sells around the clock, however, that does not mean Jeff Bezos is always working. Bezos believes in taking time off to spend with his family enjoying the finer things in life. Bezos is well known for traveling with a large group of people. He has frequently brought his parents, brothers, and in-laws with him on his journeys throughout the world. In 2017, the extended Bezos family traveled to Rome for a vacation. The next year, he went on a vacation to the Caribbean island of St. Bart's with his girlfriend Lauren Sanchez and her son. Number 2. A colossal clock. Bezos spent $42 million on an enormous 10,000-year clock being constructed by the Long Now Foundation. The clock, which will only tick once a year, is now being built inside a mountain Bezos owns in the Sierra Diablo region of Texas. The final product will stand 500 feet tall. A distinctive chime will ring every millennium in the clock chambers, and special rooms in the clock chambers will open at precise periods. Visitors are encouraged to think how we might ensure that humanity survives to hear the clock strike 12 for the final time. Number 3. A very luxurious watch. Mr. Bezos is also the proud owner of a high-end timepiece, a wristwatch that retails for between $8,000 and $12,000 and was created by upscale watchmaker Ulysse Nardin. The company was formed in 1846 and was known for producing very accurate marine chronometers that were trusted by navies around the world. This magnificent piece of jewelry is a dual-time model, which means that it can show the time in 2 different time zones at once. This is a convenient tool for those who travel frequently. Despite the fact that you may never consider paying $12,000 on a watch, it is considered a modest wristwatch for a billionaire. You can also buy one on Amazon. Number 4. Outer space. Amazon isn't Bezos' only company that is forward-thinking. In addition, he is the creator of Blue Origin, an aerospace business that aspires to make space travel accessible to the general public. Blue Origin has been testing vertical launch and vertical landing rockets in a huge Texas cornfield. Once the technology has been perfected, the company wants to offer commercial space flights. Blue Origin is funded by Bezos selling approximately $1 billion in Amazon stock each year to raise money. The name is derived from the blue planet, Earth, from where the rockets originate. Number 5. Surprisingly low-priced automobiles. To be sure, Jeff Bezos is undoubtedly chauffeured around in limousines these days by his staff members. In contrast, long after he had become a billionaire, he was famous for being spotted behind the wheel of fairly ordinary automobiles. Bezos had a beloved 1987 Chevrolet Blazer that he drove for years, and even used it for cross-country road trips. When Bezos' business went public in 1997, he became a multimillionaire. As a result, he upgraded his mode of transportation to a still affordable 1996 Honda Accord. In 2013, his ex-wife, Mackenzie Scott, continued to drive him to and from work in a Honda. Number 6. An outlet for his curiosity. What happens when you have a lot of money and a healthy sense of curiosity? Well, when you're Jeff Bezos, you found an organization called Bezos Expeditions. The organization provides funding for ideas, movements, and businesses that Bezos is personally interested in. Blue Origin and the 10,000-year clock are both part of the venture, as are charitable donations through the Bezos Day One Fund and Bezos Family Foundation. It also provided money for retrieval of pieces of Apollo 11 and has invested in Airbnb, Twitter, Uber, and other cutting-edge businesses. Number 7. An investment in Google. In 1998, the internet was taking off, but the financial side of it was still largely uncharted territory. Jeff Bezos took a big gamble on Google, investing a reported $1 million in the search engine company. That was a very big deal, considering that Bezos was worth a mere $1.6 billion at the time. Now that Google is a thriving tech giant right up there with Amazon, Bezos' investment has proven to be money well spent. Ordinarily, if you wanted to buy even a single share of Google or Amazon today, you need to drop some major Bezos bucks, but a popular investing app will allow you to buy a piece of these companies for just a couple bucks. Number 8. A deluxe apartment. Bezos owns a massive apartment or 4 in a ritzy high-rise building in New York City. In 1999, he bought 3 connected apartments, totaling 10,000 square feet, for $7.65 million from Tommy Mottola, the music industry executive once married to Mariah Carey. And in 2020, he dropped another $16 million on an apartment just under the other 3 units. The Manhattan real estate gives Bezos a place to crash during his occasional trips to the Big Apple. Amazon has several offices there and continues to expand, though it canceled grand plans for a second headquarters. Number 9. A piece of downtown Seattle. In Amazon's hometown of Seattle, Jeff Bezos purchased 4 downtown city blocks and constructed some of the most futuristic office space you have ever seen. The biospheres and other unique architecture in the area known as Denny Triangle likely help employees come up with new ideas to keep Amazon thriving. Bezos knows how to keep his company looking innovative, which helps to bolster the brand. Number 10. The Washington Post. In 2013, Jeff Bezos bought the legendary newspaper The Washington Post for $250 million. In the deal, he also acquired the Spanish-language paper El Tiempo and several smaller national and local papers. Bezos said he was attracted to the Post because he admired its journalistic style and standards. He vowed to continue the newspaper's history of independent journalism. The paper has had a rebirth under the Amazon founder. It has expanded its online presence, won major awards, beaten the competition to major scoops, and drawn angry tweets from a former resident of the White House. Number 11. A private jet. Since Amazon and Jeff Bezos' other companies are all over the world, it makes sense that he would buy a private jet. His Gulfstream G650ER came with a price tag of $65 million. But while private jets are known for requiring frequent stops, this beauty travels farther and faster than comparable ones. The G650ER boasts a maximum range of 8,630 miles at Mach 0.85, or if you're in a hurry, 7,365 miles at Mach 0.90. It's okay to pay for comfort and convenience if you have the money to spare. Number 12. Donations to charity. The Bezos Family Foundation handles all of Jeff Bezos' philanthropic efforts. In the past, he has been criticized because his giving has seemed relatively small compared to that of other billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates. However, Bezos topped the list of charity givers in 2020 with a $10 billion contribution toward fighting climate change. Progress at Blue Origin isn't moving fast enough to find humanity a new home quite yet. A total of $791 million of his Bezos Earth Fund has been awarded to 16 recipients so far, including the World Wildlife Fund and the Nature Conservancy. Number 13. A double-sized estate. Every king needs his castle. Bezos has more than one. Mansion Global says his estate in Medina, Washington, is on a 10-acre lot and includes 2 homes, each with 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Fellow billionaire Bill Gates is his next-door neighbor. The late Jeffrey Brotman, co-founder of the Costco wholesale club chain, also lived in Medina. The town is named after the city of Medina in Saudi Arabia. The median home value is $3.1 million. Bezos' sprawling property is conveniently located 15 minutes from Amazon's headquarters. Number 14. A house in D.C. that was literally a museum. Maybe it's fitting that the owner of one Washington institution, the Washington Post, has chosen another to be his home when he's in town. In 2016, Bezos paid $23 million for the Capitol's former textile museum. The exhibits relocated to George Washington University and decided to turn the historic 27,000 square foot buildings into a residence. The mansion reportedly includes a ballroom, whiskey cellar, a movie theater, and 2 elevators. He even hosted a swanky after-party at the mansion in early 2020, drawing the likes of White House staffers and Hollywood celebrities. Number 15. Books and more books. Since Amazon now sells all kinds of insane things, even 900-pound car engines, you'll be excused if you've forgotten that it all started with books. So it might not seem surprising that Bezos has a passion for books. In his book about Amazon and Bezos, The Everything Store, author Brad Stone writes that Bezos likes to read and recommends books to his senior managers. His selections have included Sam Walton, Made in America by Walmart founder Walton, and the 1990 novel The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro, about a butler looking back on his life. Number 16. Audiobooks too. If you're going to be the Earth's biggest bookstore, as Amazon called itself in the early days, that should include audiobooks too, right? That was the obvious thinking in 2008 when Bezos and his company spent $300 million to buy Audible, the world's largest seller of downloadable audiobooks and other spoken-word entertainment. Audible founder Don Katz told Business Insider in a podcast that the deal felt right and that he knew Amazon and Bezos could help take Audible to the next level. Its catalog now includes more than 350,000 titles. Number 17. An organic food store. Bezos went grocery shopping for organic food, and his company wound up buying out the store. The business world was shocked in June 2017 when Amazon said it was acquiring the Whole Foods market chain for $13.7 billion. They make it fun to eat healthy, Bezos said in the official announcement. Now Amazon Prime members get special weekly deals at Whole Foods as well as an extra 10% off items that are already on sale. He wasn't always a believer in good nutrition. At one time, his breakfast routine was to eat a whole can of Pillsbury biscuits every morning, according to GeekWire. Number 18. Shoes galore. In 2009, Bezos decided the giant online shoe store Zappos was a good fit and said, "I'll take it." Amazon bought Zappos for more than $900 million. At the time, Amazon wasn't considered much of a go-to for clothing and accessories, but that has been changing since the Zappos deal. Amazon Essentials has become a very popular clothing line of basic wear for men, women, and kids. Bezos explained in a video statement that he was a longtime fan of the shoe e-tailer. "Zappos has a customer obsession which is so easy for me to admire," he said. Number 19. An online haven for film fans. One of Jeff Bezos' very first business deals with Amazon was a takeover of IMDb in 1998, when the site was known as the Internet Movie Database. The $55 million sale came just 4 years after Amazon was launched. In a news release, the company said its goal was to support its eventual entry into online video sales. Today, IMDb is the top movie website in the world, drawing 250 million users every month. It has about 7.5 million titles, if you include TV episodes, and 10.4 million people in its database. Number 20. Pizzas for meetings. Jeff Bezos doesn't like to waste time in unnecessary meetings. Who does, really? So he's said to be a firm believer in what's known as the two-pizza rule. It goes like this: nothing ever gets done in big sprawling meetings, so if 2 pizzas won't be enough to feed everyone at a meeting, then don't bother scheduling it. How many slices is everyone supposed to have, we wonder? We can't say for sure that Bezos actually buys 2 pizzas for every meeting he attends, but he could certainly afford to. Number 21. The most expensive divorce in history. When Jeff Bezos and Mackenzie Scott divorced in 2019 after 25 years of marriage, Scott received a 4% stake in Amazon, equivalent to $38 billion. The duo made history with the most expensive divorce settlement of all time. Scott, an award-winning novelist, is currently the 3rd richest woman in the world, according to Forbes real-time data. Scott gave Bezos voting control over her shares in the company, as well as her interests in the Washington Post and Blue Origin. There you have it, 21 ways Jeff Bezos spent his billions. If you enjoyed this video, please drop us a like and comment below, and remember, every subscriber counts. It is completely free to do and helps this channel reach more viewers in the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, thanks for watching.